All right.
Okay. Well, welcome to Recipe Night tonight. We're learning a couple of fabulous recipes. If you watched the previous video, then you know that Cindy already got our Mardi Gras king cake in the oven ready to go. So we are now going to do the brown butter spinach tortellini. And this is a great opportunity to learn this recipe if you haven't started using it already, since our cookware is 60% off for February. So be sure to take advantage of that. You watched the last video, you know that there are other people in the room who I continue to look at. So anyways, we are going to get started. We've already started with boiling our tortellini, something that I typically do because I do this recipe quite a bit at my parties. And I go ahead and get it started about the time that people start arriving so that it's not mushy and nasty, but that it's ready to go when I'm ready to pour it in here. So we are going to start with this. Alrighty. So we just want to go ahead and preheat our skillet. I'm using a stainless steel 12-inch skillet with lid, and of course, this is one of our lifetime guaranteed pieces. We also have our 12-inch executive skillet that Cindy's going to hold up for us and demo. Thank you, Vanna. Also part of the lifetime guarantee. And then we do have our 11-inch covered skillet, the ceramic one. My new absolute favorite, if I say so. I do love it. Vanna, somebody grab these tonight. Yes, getting in the spirit, as you can tell. So these are all three of our large skillets that we have, and I do try and utilize them at the parties because families are always wanting to know how fast I can get in and out of the kitchen. Of course, that's part of Pampered Chef's core value, that we want to help families get out of the kitchen and around the table where time is important with your family. And so I love to teach one-pot wonders to families in something that's actually yummy and tasty and good for you, and not just something that you're like, I wonder where that came from. And so I went ahead and got our pan started on the heat, cut up a little bit of butter. This is a really simple recipe. It only has 6 ingredients, and it's really only 5 unless you count pepper as an ingredient, but I really don't. So it's pretty simple. Excuse me. So we're going to get this started, and it's called brown butter spinach tortellini. So we're going to let the butter not only melt, but sit for just a little bit. And as it starts to turn brown, it's more of that deep flavor that we're looking for. So it's just say we're over here, and I have many people at shows a lot of times so fascinated that I've left the butter alone, and it hasn't completely burned and turned to a crisp. And so that's something that really fascinates people. And so too high. All right. Just hold on and nothing fancy. Let it do its thing. And it's going to sit there for a minute while we go ahead and cut up just a few other ingredients for Sally. What else do we need to do? You're going to get some bell pepper going. Yes, you need bell pepper. And I need this whole thing? Okay. And I find the easiest way with the bell pepper. Okay, perfect. Is I just cut around the top like that and then just pull out the ribbies on the inside. That's what I call them, ribbies. And then just cut those down. And who would like to come and help me chop up the bell pepper?
I will.
Rhonda, thank you so much. Okay, there we go. Let you get started on that. And do you prefer the Santoku or the utility?
I like the utility knife.
Okay, well, while she's using that, then I'll talk about our Santoku knife. I'm sure many of you are aware of this. This is my absolute favorite knife, is the 7-inch Santoku. The 5-inch utility does come in the kit when you get started, which you all know that. But make sure that you tell people that the blade goes all the way from one end to the other, so it's not a cookie cutter piece. Full thing. It's made out of German steel, which is the highest quality steel that you can find. Just dicing. And it is extremely sharp. I like to repeat that over and over and over. It is extremely sharp. So if you're a knife snob like my husband is, before I started Pampered Chef, he had one knife, and it was in a sleeve, in a case, in the drawer. And I never touched that knife because I feared for my life that I might die if I messed it up. And so once I got the Pampered Chef 5-inch utility knife, he decided that we needed the entire knife block set. And so funny thing is my husband's actually the cook at our house. And so when he told me how wonderful it is, I was like, okay, this stuff's really good because he's a total knife snob. So
heat in the tortellini.
Do I reduce heat at this moment, or do I wait?
This says immediately add bell pepper and reduce heat to low.
Reduce
Doesn't say
heat.
how long.
Low is the way I'm supposed to.
Maybe that right there.
Okay, great. All right, and as Cindy mentioned, you know, cookware is 60% off for our host in February, so make sure that you're telling everybody about it, how much you love it. If you don't own a piece of one of the larger pieces, you know, maybe you want to get one. If not, all of us should have at least the 8-inch from our kit, so get familiar with that piece. I absolutely love them. The larger ones, I have the executive and the ceramic, they've become permanent fixtures on the top of my stove. I don't even take them off because why? I'm just going to use them again. So, alright, so we did that down to low, and what goes in next?
Ham and spinach and tortellini.
Ham and spinach and tortellini. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put our ham in here, which Cindy already nicely measured out for us and chopped up. So this is pretty much the easiest recipe you could possibly do. Obviously, if I was at a party, I would take the time to chop up the ham. If you want to use the food chopper, if you want to have someone use a knife, whatever your preference is. Excuse me. But it is very simple. Obviously, you just keep adding things that are already done. If you'll follow me over here. We already rinsed and washed off our spinach and put it in the salad spinner. And if you've never used this, this thing is absolutely amazing. It gets up to what, speeds of 55 miles an hour? It's pretty darn fast, we'll just put it that way. And so, have you already rinsed it off? So
Yeah, it's been rinsed.
you can go ahead and just turn it around and let the thing go. And you can see it's kind of wobbling because it's going really fast. And so you can hook it down. If you want it to have an emergency stop, you can just push on the button. If you don't, you can keep going. So our little stop button's over here. So I'm going to stop it. And then, which way does that thing lock? There we go. Okay. So, since this is already rinsed and ready to go, we're just going to put it into one of our stainless mesh colanders. These actually come in a set of 3, and they're absolutely amazing to be able to use to not only rinse things, but like we're about to do. A cool nifty little trick that I learned with this is that once you boil your tortellini, you can use it and the hot water from it to pour over the spinach to actually steam your spinach and wilt it real quick. So that saves you some more time on your recipe. There you go. Save the spinach. Okay.
I'm going to come towards you.
Awesome. I was just thinking about that part of it. Okay, so we'll just drain all the water off.
This is getting colorful. This is when you're really glad you have the second little handle on the cookware.
Yes.
When it's starting to get heavy. There you go.
All right, thank you, Cindy. And basically, we're just going to mix everything together, kind of let it come back and heat through. Whoopsie, man overboard. If I was at home, I'd put that back in. I'm not at home, so I promise I won't put that back in.
It didn't fall on the floor.
It didn't. God made dirt. Dirt don't hurt, but still. Not at home. Not doing it. Okay, and the only other thing you got to do is add just a little bit of pepper, however much you want. You know, using one of our cool grinders. Alrighty. And that is it. You are all set and ready to go. Enjoy your delicious dinner.